Hello everyone, this is Dee. So I am back again with the Venus in the 10th house. It's a more grounded energy, obviously, because, well, it's an earth energy. But let me do a little recapturing for you because I've been doing that throughout the cycle, recapturing for you what has been going on so far so I could bring a very wholesome understanding of what it is to be and to have Venus in the 10th house. So up until now, we have experienced the first four houses. And the first four houses, it was first fire, earth, air, water, and in that exact order. Okay, so the first house, it's almost like the 1 through 4 was the, like I mentioned before, was being in preliminary school. It's the kindergarten understanding. It's young Venus. Young Venus in the first house was understanding that, oh, I'm activated. I'm that activator energy. Desire, love, and passion, excitement. All that is me. Wow, this is an experience that I get to see. She's understanding sight, right? And I want to stay here. Instinct to survive. The second house was understanding, oh, I have a body. I am earth. Okay, didn't understand really fully what that means yet. You just understand I have a body and I need resource. Oh wait, I am resource. What are these resource? She needed to go all the way to the sixth house to understand, And in the second house, Venus experienced understanding pleasure, why she is pleasure by exploring the senses, why she is desire by testing everything and touching everything and having all these experiences that are embodied experiences. In the third house, she realizes that she wants connection. She desires connection, loves to connect, and she is getting a better understanding of, what it is to connect, to create that connection, and why she is herself, Venus, the planet Earth, as an entity, is connected to all that is around her. And the fourth house, she knows now that, oh, within me, I do have emotion. The waters that nurture, the waters that feed my plants, that allows me to stay and remain bountiful. Okay, as I gather everything to me, I could water them, nurture them, feed them, and keep my resources bountiful, fruitful. I could keep myself well watered. She was still learning her her ABCs of what it is to be Venus, of what it is to be the representation of Earth, what it is to be the representation of feminine energy. Okay, so she did that 1 through 4, and she was, she finished that, and now she went to the next step. She had a second brush with those elements now, having a deeper understanding of, again, fire, earth, air, water, through the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th house. So in 6th house, and 5th house, which is the second brush with fire she had, now she understands herself not only being an activator, a spark, a candle. She understands herself to be a flame. She could play. She could let herself be fan a little bit with the air element. She's just showing what she knows. She's showing it off. And then the second brush she had with Earth is in the 6th house. But in the 6th house, she's like, oh, okay, so I have all the resources. All right, let's separate them. Let's organize them. Let's allocate them. Let's figure out, okay, I need this, I need that, I need this, and I need that. Okay, so that sort of thing. Anyway, so in the 6th house, allocated resources, how to use the things that I have and what are they for, understanding that, oh, oil, okay, that could light a candle, that could run the machineries and stuff like that. Oh, earth, okay, I could build some houses, I could, have more gardens planted and stuff like that. Oh, money, Oh, I could use that to barter. She understands the resources and how to use them now. And then in the seventh house, she's like, oh, okay, there is the other. It's a compound effect because this other bring new experience. I understand there is a pole now, the positive and the negative, right? I understand duality in the sense that where there is a masculine and a feminine energy. Okay, so and understand that they both have their own strength, and together they still form a whole that is stronger than the one. So in that seventh house, Venus was understanding the we. And then in that second brush with water, in the eighth house, she learned a whole lot of things. In the eighth house, she had experienced deep dive into the other world, the underworld. Okay, she understood the darker side of things in the eighth house. So now, in terms of, because she went through the darkness and she experienced the world of the below and the other world, the world of darkness, and she understands there's polarity within everything. She understands now, oh, fire also doesn't just keep things lit up and glow and keep me warm. Fire without balance can get out of hand and kill me. She understands that, oh, earth is bountiful. There's plenty. There is phases to that too. There's cycles. Oh, she understands better now. There is a time of plenty. If there is no death process in a plant, where the plant gets to go inward and go deeper into the ground, the underworld, the other world, to receive other resources that is not available on the surface, it cannot give fruits. It cannot, the plenty, the bounty does not happen if there isn't any winter, because you can't stay in a state of spring all the time. You have to go through all of it. So water is not only there to nourish my plants and make my bounty more nurtured and protected and keeping it safe and contained. Oh, water can also drown something. Too much water is also not good. Oh, water has a temperature? Wait, it could get hot, too hot, and kill me. It could get too cold and freeze me. Either way, I'm dead. Because Venus in the state in the eighth house is grounding into the experience and the journey, the remembrance of, oh, I have all this within me. I am also the dark. I am also the underworld. I am also the below. I am also the bad. I am also the wrong. I am also the devious. Okay? I am also the one that breaks the law, that does the wrong thing, because I have this capacity within me. And the last four houses would be house 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a different story. It's going to be the third run with the elements, the third run with the understanding of all the things and putting together in mastery. So in the ninth house, I went deep into the mastery of fire, where that's Venus, the version of Venus that is in college. She is finishing her college experience and her mastery in getting her diploma in everything fire. Okay, and she understood her fire. She knew the how-to of fire, the everything, and she wants to teach it. She wants to educate, and she wants to show how it's done, and she still can expand herself. She still wants to travel with the wind and get big and have the expansion, but she has the understanding of her capacity. So she does it with wisdom now. She has wisdom. She has mastery in that particular element. She can't graduate until she gets to the 12th house, when she finished completing her diploma in all these elements, so then she could graduate with the degree of earthly life. Now, it's a long time. It's a long way to bring in the 10th house. And in the 10th house, Venus there is attaining the mastery of everything earth. Venus there in the 10th house knows the how-tos of earth. It's in this house she realizes completely and fully, I am earth. Whatever that means. I am Mother Earth. I am the divine energy, the divine feminine, because she's from the 8th house. She already encompasses the dark feminine and the light feminine. Within the seventh house, she already encompasses the masculine and the feminine pole. So she already understands herself to have a body, and she is a resource. And the resources also could be productive and destructive. She is understand her arms, her connection. She could use that to amplify herself. She could use that to dominate. She could do this and she could do that. She could use everything she has in whatever way she wishes, for good or for bad. Okay, she understands, and she has a certain authority that now makes her shrewd. She knows herself. She knows herself. She is fully the embodiment of the divine feminine. She is the planet. She understands in terms of movement. She could have earthquake. She could have storm in terms of water and the air. She has layers. She has this, and she has the mastery now of Venusian things. She has mastery now of the domain. So the 10th house is Saturn. Is governed by Saturn, and is a link with Capricorn energy. And that energy is shrewd, is a mature energy. So that's how you're seeing that, in the 10th house, Venus knows herself to be. The I am within herself is settled in, is understood, is recaptured, is retrieved, is remembered. Okay? And that's why you could see that. So after explaining that on that setting for people to understand, that's why you see the person, when somebody is born with that Venus in Capricorn, they are a no nonsense kind of person. They already done all these things. Now I could teach you things. As a matter of fact, I don't want to teach you. That's still in the ninth house. I want to govern now, because who knows better about these things than me? Because I am it, and she is me. I'm her and she is me. I am the thing. I have authority. I've attained mastery. I went to the long, slow cycle, traditional learning of who I am, because Saturn does things slow and is traditional. Okay? But it's a mature. Venus there has a crone energy. I could delegate now. I'm in a position of a superior energy. I'm delegating. So these people, these women, these men with the Venus in Capricorn or in 10th house, they want to be at the top. Okay? They have a certain authority about them. Okay? I want to be at the top of the ladder, because there's nothing higher than me at this point. I know who I am. What else can you tell me? Nothing. Be over there. I will delegate where you need to be, because I've already learned those things in the 6th house. I could delegate where I think you would be most appropriate. And because I learned cycle of death and rebirth and regeneration and transformation in 8th house, I could, if you're not needed, get away. Fired. I'm a boss. Okay, I already understood the fluffy part of, the shiny effect and fire, in terms of how the Leo would govern as a queen. So yes, I want to be seen, but I don't want to be seen because I'm shiny. I want to be seen because I'm a fucking authority. Okay, you cannot tell me anything. So you'll see that 10th house nature, that dominance, it wants to be seen still. It's at the very top of the seeing houses. So from 1 through 6, those are quiet houses. Those are things that people don't know about you if you don't tell them. But from 7 to 12, those are things people could see. This public. Those houses are public. Oh, you see Venus there. You see her beauty, her authority, her presence, her grounded energy, and you see the fullness of what she is. These women are powerful. These men are powerful. And they love also the same way. Okay? There is a grounded way of loving, of the way they bring experiences of what they like. I want things that endure, because they know now. I want to keep what I have, but in a way that endure. I want it to stand the test of time. So I don't mind doing it slow. The Capricornian energy, the 10th house energy, still is very patient. I'm going to do it right, because, with the Saturnian effect, wants to do things the right way. you know. And if you're not needed, not necessarily have no if and buts and whatever about getting rid of you, because they already learned that in the eighth house that it's okay to maintain this thing running appropriately, to maintain balance. Sometimes you get to stay, sometimes you get to go, sometimes you get to leave, and sometimes you get to die. Sometimes I have to consume you, I have to take from you. And that's why you still could see a little bit of that greed when these people are business, in the business world, they're shrewd. Oh, they're going for that resource, for that money, and they're taking from it, they're taking from you, because they understood that, well, sometimes I have to consume and I have to give, or whatever. There's a balance there too. I could consume and I need to consume so I could stay alive, you know. And just how I'm willing to give, you know, I'm also needing to consume. I'm fruitful and I need to replenish. Okay. And you will see also in terms of body, this energy is govern the 10th house governs the knees, the joints, and the teeth. You could see that, oh, that everything is hard. Those are the hard structures of yourself, of your body, of society. So Venus is there with the mastery of everything that it learned through the cycle of life all the way to house 10. Understand that you need endurance. You need strength, and a different kind that is lasting, something that not easily burned to the ground, something that not easily blown away, something that water cannot easily wash away. You know, you learn resistance. Okay, so the knees, you make movement a certain way. You could compress, you could, you know, walk, you could, you know, it has this effect of collapsing and expansion. Okay, your knees help you to squat. Okay, you have to bend, you understand movement in a different way, instead of just the flapping around and moving your hands and feet in different direction. You understand this way and flow, but you're in other areas of your movement. But with there, you understand up and down. You know, and believe you me, in the 10th house, Venus wanna stay up at the very top, as high as she could go. Okay, and you see the joints. The joint allow you to have those larger movement of the muscles. They have connection with the larger muscles. So everything that in that house that happens, it's a larger movement that is a bigger piece of a bigger cog. You know, that moves the wheel in a bigger, massive way. Okay, it's not a small, you know, business. That's why in that 10th house, these Venusians don't want to work for somebody. They want to have a business. I still want to be in that authority. I know stuff now. Okay, and you have teeth, and also Venus, they understand, well, you have to consume, you have to break down the mastication of resources, of anything around. Your teeth could cut, break down. That when you're chewing, that's the beginning of the digestive process, the very beginning of the digestive process. Okay, so you have to consume. Your teeth help you break things down. You can't swallow things whole. You have to bring things down to a finite state so you could consume it, so you make it useful for the body of Earth. All right, I think, oh, it's getting too long. I think I'll stop there. But obviously, I wanted to give you like a broad spectrum, because I wanted you to have a full understanding of this next phase, this next 4, and what it looks like, and what you're going to learn from here on out until you get to that mastery level. All right, I will come back with house 11. See you soon. Bye.